Situation. Given that P is 28.3 kilonewtons and W is 25 kilonewtons, determine the magnitude and the sense of moments about point B of the following. The force T, number 1. Tapos yung force W naman daw for number 2. And then for number 3, combined forces T and W. So we are just asked here to find the moment. Yun na naman yung tanong, na find the moment about point B, about this point. Okay? So i-highlight lang natin na binigyan tayo nung tension, no? Ang value ng tension ay 28.3. Tapos binigyan din tayo ng W. Ang value ng W ay 25. So, lagay ko na lang 25. Ayan, 25. Okay? And we are asked to find the moment about this point. Again, recall, pag sinabi nating moment, that is just force times yung moment arm. So let's say moment arm natin ay Z. So again, yung moment arm is just the perpendicular distance of the force from the point of rotation. So una, pinapahanap muna yung moment produced by the T. No? Yung T na yan. So as we can see, yung T na to, naka-incline siya. No? So kapag gusto natin kunin yung moment arm niya, kailangan kunin natin perpendicular distance. Etong distance na to. Okay? Which is pwede naman, however, merong mas madaling paraan. Ang mas madaling paraan ay instead na gamitin mo tong full value ng force na to, you can always subdivide that into its components. So, tawagin natin na Ty tapos Tx. Ayan. Okay? So ngayon, ang mangyayari na lang, basta ang advantage kasi guys, na gagawin mo siyang vertical component at horizontal, it will turn out na yung magiging moment arm mo will just be horizontal and vertical as well. Hindi siya naka-incline kagaya nito. Kasi kung naka-incline yung force, malamang naka-incline din yung magiging perpendicular distance. Pero kapag naka-vertical at naka-horizontal na yung force, it will turn out na yung magiging moment arm niya will just be horizontal and vertical. Okay? So, ganun yung mangyayari. Yun yung advantage. Okay? Now, the current problem I have is that at this particular location, I don't know the moment arm of Ty. I don't know the moment arm of Tx. Yung moment arm niya, ito no? Wala naman tayong ganyang sukat. Okay? Kaya ang gagawin natin dito is, meron tayong principle na i-utilize. We will utilize yung tinatawag na principle of transmissibility. Okay? Ang sinasabi na itong principle of transmissibility na to, actually hindi ko kabisado yung exact words na ginagamit sa mga textbook, pero ang maganda lang dito or kailangan mo lang maintindihan is that ang sinasabi niya, yung external effect of a force is the same, okay, anywhere along its line of action. So, ibig sabihin, sa madaling sabi, dahil same lang naman pala external effect ng force kahit saan sa line of action niya, ibig sabihin, pwede natin siyang ilipat. Pwede natin siya ilipat dito, pwede natin siya ilipat dito, and so on. Pwede mo siya ilipat kahit sa, basta dun ka lang sa line niya. No, ito yung line niya, no? Bali, ito yung line of action niya, yan. Anywhere dyan, kahit saan mo siya ilagay dyan, it will have the same effect. For example, oops. Okay, for example, ilipat ko siya dito. Pag nilipat ko siya dyan, convenient ba yan? Well, tingnan muna natin. The reason why ililipat ko siya dyan is dapat meron akong identifiable na moment arm from point B. For example, yung Y component niya. Alam ko ba or alam ba natin kung nasaan yung nasaan yung perpendicular distance ito from B? And apparently, ito yon, which is yung 16 na to. So good, no? How about yung Tx? Meron ba dito sa figure na available na perpendicular distance niya mula dun sa point B? And apparently, ito naman yun, yung natakpan lang, pero this is 36 meters. Okay, so yun yung advantage kapag ililipat natin siya dito. So pwede na natin siya ma-moment sa B. Iikot ito, tapos iikot ito. So gawin muna natin yun ha, pakita ko lang. So for number 1, yung moment sa B dahil sa T ay equal sa, so again, assume ko na lang na counterclockwise is positive. So lalabas, we will have Tx. Ang moment arm ni Tx will be yung 36. Ang rotation ni Tx will be counterclockwise about B. And then, yung Ty naman, okay? Ang magiging moment arm ni Ty is 16. Kaya lang si Ty, ang rotation niya about B ay clockwise. Kaya ito, ini-negative natin. Okay, so that's one way of computing the component, the moment. Now, to completely calculate this, kunin na natin yung Tx and Ty. So, paano natin kukunin yon? So, una, meron tayong dalawang option. Pwede natin kunin yung angle na to, and then we will use sine or cosine to find its component. Or, alternatively, we can define this slope. So, paano dinidefine yung slope na yan? Ang diskarte dyan, maghanap ka lang ng right triangle na itong line kung saan dadaan yung force is magiging hypotenuse. Okay? So, in this case, di ba, ito yung line. So, makikita natin na pwede tayong bumuo ng ganitong right triangle. Di ba? Actually, pwede ka rin bumuo ng ganitong right triangle. Di ba? Ito. Kaya lang, ang problema sa ganitong right triangle, wala kang mga sukat. Di ba? Make sure na meron kang mga sukat. So kaya ito, ibubuo ko. Kasi ito, meron akong sukat. Ito, 20 plus 16. Tapos, ito rin, meron akong sukat. That is 36. And with that, I can say that we can utilize this right triangle to define the slope. Lumalabas ngayon, this is 36, this is 36. Okay? So it will turn out that the slope here will just be, di ba 36, 36, ano lang yan? Tawag dito, 45, 45 na right triangle, no? So lumalabas, ano lang to, 1:1, tapos square root of 2. Kasi lalabas dyan, itong buong sukat na to, magiging 36 square root of 2 pag kinompute natin. So pakita ko lang ha. Pag kinompute natin yung hypotenuse na, di ba, square root of 36 squared plus 36 squared. So lalabas lang dyan, 36 square root of 2. Okay, ngayon, kung i-simplify mo into a smaller scale, pwede mo lang i-divide ito tsaka to. Pag dinivide mo yan, edi 36 over 36 square root of 2, lalabas lang 1:2 square root of 2. Pag dinivide mo naman ito dito, ganoon din, 1:2 square root of 2. Kaya ito na yung slope natin. Ngayon, kung ayaw mo tong gamitin, okay lang. Halimbawa, ayaw mo tong gamitin. Ayaw mo nang isipin yung smaller scale. Okay lang din. You can actually adapt this, and this as our slope already. Okay, so it will turn out, guys, that our Tx, dito ko nalagay sa gilid, is equal to T, ano nga ulit yung T? 28.3. Okay, 28.3 times 1 over square root of 2. Tapos yung Ty natin, ganun din, 28.3 times 1 over square root of 2. So pwede nyo kumpitin yan or kahit wag na, idiretso na natin dito. So we will have moment at B due to tension T, assuming counterclockwise positive, we have 28.3 times 1 over square root of 2 times 36 minus 28.3, ito na sa baba ilagay, minus 28.3 times 1 over square root of 2 times 36. Ganyan. Sorry, hindi times 36, rather times 16. Times 16, ayan. Okay? So if we would be calculating that, we will have 28.3 over square root of 2 na lang times 36 minus 28.3 over square root of 2 times 16. So that will give us 400.22 kilonewtons. Okay? Ngayon, pansinin nyo rin na ang lumabas na sagot ay positive. So, ibig sabihin, ang final rotation nito is positive, which means counterclockwise. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay counterclockwise. Okay? And that would be our answer. Okay? So, again ha, balik lang ako dito sa pagkuha ng component. Kung sakali lang na ayaw nyong gamitin to, kasi para sa, ito kasi madali lang dahil same ito. Pero pag nag-iba, medyo mag-iiba rin syempre yung slope dito. Kung ayaw nyong gamitin yan, okay lang. Parehas lang yan dito sa buong triangle na to. For example, if you want to calculate for Tx, instead of writing here 1 over square root of 2, you can write 36, no? Kasi 36 to over 36 square root of 2. Okay? And ganun din sa Ty, you can write here 36 kasi 36 ito over 36 square root of 2. And if you would calculate that here, bali ang mangyayari lang, ito times 36 over 36. Ayan, square root of 2. Tapos, ito times 36 over 36 square root of 2. Ayan. Okay? And pag kinindot mo, same answer. Okay? So, that's another way, no? If you do not want to simplify it. Okay? Now, actually, yung ginawa kong una, medyo meron pang mas mabilis na paraan para makuha yung moment sa B dahil do sa tension. So, remember, sinabi natin to, principle of transmissibility. So, actually, pwede pa natin i-further utilize yan para mas mapadali pa yung solution. So, alternatively, pwede mo rin ilagay itong force na to. And pwede mo rin siya ilipat actually dito. No? Burahin ko na lang to. Pwede na siya ilipat dito. Okay, so ano namang advantage kung siya natin siya ililipat? Okay? So, anong advantage? So, kapag siya natin siya nilipat, ang mangyayari, pag nag-moment ka sa B, so, ang unang tanong talaga dito ay, wala bang pinagkaiba yun, sir? Kumbaga, nandito siya kanina, ito yung nakuha natin ng moment. Ngayon, sabi kasi dito, pwede mo daw ilipat. Di ba? At ano daw ang mangyari pag nilipat mo siya anywhere is line of action? Yung external effect niya ay same lang. So, yung external effect na yun would mean yung moment dito. Okay, so dapat same lang. So ngayon, bakit ko siya napili dyan ilagay? Kasi kung titingnan natin, yung Ty natin, meron tayong moment arm na 20. Tapos yung Tx natin, ang moment arm niya from B, 0. Dahil dadaan na siya mismo dun sa point B. So wala na siyang moment arm. So dahil doon, ang mangyayari, parang mapapadali yung pag-compute natin ng moment kasi isa na lang yung iikot. And that's the advantage kapag nalaman mo na mas madali pala dito. So alternatively, for number 1, you can also find the moment at B, assuming counterclockwise positive, by using Ty times 20. And that's it, no? Kasi yung Tx mo nga, ang moment arm ay 0. Okay? At ang rotation nitong Ty this time ay counterclockwise. Tingnan natin, ano? So kapag kinompute natin yan, we will have 28.3 times 1 over square root of 2 times 20. And that gives us supposedly same answer. Ayan. And that gives us 400.22 as well. Okay? So, ang nga pala, kilonewton meter ito kasi moment. Ayan. Okay? So, we will get the same answer. Okay? So, actually, dito, ang pinakamadali talaga is pag nilipat mo siya, kung saan yung isang component mag-zero kasi dadaan doon sa point of rotation. Okay? So, that's it. So, ibig sabihin, ang rotation natin ay counterclockwise. So, our answer here would be 400.2 counterclockwise. Next, find the moment of force W naman. So, yung force W na to, ito madali lang kasi vertical lang siya. So, madaling makita na from point B, ang moment arm natin ay 16. So, for number 2, yung moment sa B, dahil do sa W is just, assuming counterclockwise positive tayo, Okay, so we have, ang magnitude ay 25 at ang moment arm ay 16. At ang rotation nila about B ay clockwise, so negative. Okay, and that's it. So we have 25 times 16. I believe that's 400. Okay, 400 kilonewton. So negative 400 kilonewton meter, which means 400 kilonewton meter, di ba ang assumption natin, counterclockwise is positive. Ang nangyari kasi nag-negative. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay clockwise. Okay? So, that would be our answer. So, that is letter C. And lastly, forces T and W combines. Ito, kung i-combine na natin, basically, ang mangyayari lang, kung ano yung moment natin dito sa T at yung moment ng W, i-add lang natin. Pero take note, ang naging resulting moment ng T ay counterclockwise. Ang naging resulting moment ni W ay clockwise. So magkabaliktad ulit sila ng sign. Okay? And because of that, we will consider that once again. So for number 3, so moment at B combine na would be, so assuming counterclockwise positive. So dahil ito ay naging counterclockwise, no? So 400.22. Tapos yung moment ng W is clockwise, so negative. Okay, and that gives us 0.22 kilonewton meter. And ang resulting sign dito is positive, so therefore, ito ay counterclockwise. Okay? And that would be our answers. So sa number 3, that would be 0.22 counterclockwise. And that's how we solve this problem.